Lord Tremendous here, and this is the intro video to let you know that Tremendous Book Reviews is back. I apologize. Shortly after COVID started back in 2020, I stopped doing reviews. Life got really crazy. I kind of had to stop doing reviews to ensure that, I could continue working and had a job and all that. So I just kind of fell out of the habit. I didn't have a lot of time to read or do reviews like they deserve, so I stopped doing it. Obviously, COVID's over, things are getting back to normal, life is good again, and I'd like to start doing the Tremendous Book Reviews again, because I really do enjoy it, and I'd like to get back into reading, and I have been, and so why not do some reviews, right? I am revamping how it all works, and this video is basically a step-by-step on what my new plan is when it comes to doing Tremendous Book Reviews. So who is this Lord Tremendous guy? What makes him think he's worthy of reviewing your book? It's actually an excellent question. A little background for me, I'm the author of the Blackshademachine series, a science fiction series that I've self-published on Amazon. They've received 5 out of 5 stars from 3 different editorial services, Reader's Favorite, Bookview Review, and the Prairie Book Review. I've got a website if you're curious or anything like that, right there, theblackshademachine.com. And if you want to see them on Amazon, check out my reviews, see what people are saying about my book, the way it's written, stuff like that. Feel free. It's on Amazon. I'm not trying to hide anything, not trying to show off, just trying to show I kind of know what I'm doing. I am no Stephen King, I'm no J.K. Rowling, I admit that 100%, but I'm a guy with an opinion that wants to read your book and give you solid feedback. I've written stuff, so I do practice what I preach, but yeah, hopefully this convinces you and shows you that I do kind of know what I'm looking at. So here's an overview of what kind of criteria I'm following when it comes to deciding what books I'm going to review and which ones I'm not. Number one is all books must be self-published. Hybrid publish, sure, I'll consider it. Let me know first. But traditional publishing, honestly, there's so many review services out there, and book reviewers that completely focus only on traditionally published books, that if you're a traditional publisher or a traditionally published author, I should say, congratulations, you're awesome, but please go and use a different service. I'm really focusing on self-published books. Like I said, I might consider yours. Please contact me prior to submitting your book. It's just a waste of your time and effort if I find out after the fact, or when I open up your book, that it isn't self-published. I won't review it. I won't return your book or anything like that. Number two, you must submit a copy of your book to me at your expense. I'm sorry, my time is valuable, and it's not unquestionable, or it's not uncommon for reviewers to ask for a copy of the individual's book. Ebook, paperback, hardcover is completely up to you. Please no PDFs or Word documents or anything like that. I want it in book format so I can also judge the formatting and how all that works out. PDF and a doc is just not going to be the same thing. Number three, I cannot and will not post my review on Amazon, Goodreads, or any other platform. I can't, due to receiving the book for free, and there is some paid options when it comes to submitting your book. It would violate the terms and services for just about every one of those platforms, which isn't going to get me in any trouble, but it could possibly get your account terminated, and I don't want to do that. So please think of these reviews as more of like an editorial review, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not really trying to reach readers. Of course, readers are more than welcome on the page, on the channel, and to check out my reviews. That would be wonderful, but my intent, my reviews aren't really targeted at readers, or targeted at authors. My hope is to provide honest and constructive criticism and praise to your writing, to your stories, to point stuff out in order to either completely celebrate how great your book is, and possibly point out some of the weaknesses, some of the issues, some of the problems that a lot of self-published authors' works are plagued with. I'm not going to pull any punches. I will be honest. If it's a 1-star book, I'm going to let you know it's a 1-star book. If it's a 5-star book, I'm going to let you know it's a 5-star book. I'm not going to be overly cruel. I'm not going to, curse you out or damn you for making mistakes or whatever. But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to point at and be like, this is a mistake. This isn't good. And I'm going to explain why I think that. The 6 different genres that I will read and review are fantasy, science fiction, horror, thriller, comics or graphic novels, whatever you want to call them, and mystery. Those are the genres I'll review. If you have one that's somewhere in the middle, or it's mostly a thriller, but it's got a little romance in there, that's fine, as long as it's mainly one of those of genres. It doesn't have to be, completely fantasy. If you got fantasy and a little bit of, history in there or something like that, I could deal with that. But really, I don't want to do any other categories like I won't do young adult, teen books, romance, erotic, nonfiction books, because I'm not the target demographic for those. That's not what I'm really looking for when I'm reading a book. It's not the way I'm wired. And so if I were to read a story outside of the genres that I'm interested in, I would be more prone to dislike them. And it could be no fault of the books of the book at all. It could just be because of my tastes. So I don't want to set anyone up for failure. I don't want to, give a review for a genre I'm not interested in. If you don't like asparagus, you don't eat asparagus. You know what I mean? So please, if your book's not one of these genres, please don't submit it. It'll just be a waste of both our times. I'm going to stick to the 5-star system because I like it. My system is pretty simple. 1 star, I didn't like it. It's a hot dumpster fire. I'm obviously going to explain that further if your book gets a 1 star. I hope it doesn't. I don't like giving negative reviews, but I don't shy away from them either. My whole plan with this channel is just like it always has been, based on integrity. I'm going to give you my honest feedback, but I'm also going to give you detailed feedback about your story. So if it's a 1 star, please don't think that it's because I'm trashing you or I've got some sort of superiority complex or anything like that. It comes from a good place. I'm giving you constructive criticism on your book, and the 1-star rating is part of that to let you know, in my opinion, this particular story needs a lot of work, and here's why. Whether or not you agree is completely up to you, but that's what I'm promising if you submit your book for a review. 2 stars means the book isn't great. It's got a lot of issues, but it had some redeeming qualities, and I will definitely focus on those redeeming qualities as well, but I'm not going to shy away from pointing out the issues that I had, which resulted in a 2-star rating. 3 stars is actually okay. It's an average story. It's not great. It's not bad. Maybe it was a little bland. Maybe it had a lot of low spots. Who knows? But if your book is 3 stars, it's average. That's not a bad review. It's just, it could be better. Here's my opinion why, and you take that information and do with it what you will. 4 stars, this is a good review. It's a really good story. I enjoy it. It had some issues, but not bad. Typically, most stories are going to be 4 stars in my opinion, but we'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, 4 stars, it's still a really good story. It wasn't top of the crop, you know what I mean? That's what a 5-star review is. And a 5-star story is just wonderful, terrific, fantastic, tremendous, if you will. Yeah, that's a horn you hear tooting in the background. But yeah, the idea is obviously everybody wants a 5-star, but even in a 5-star, I might have a little bit of suggestions or recommendations in order to make it a little bit better. Probably not as a 5-star, but I'm just saying they all come from a good place. So 1 star or 5-star, anything in between, please understand, none of it comes from a bad place. I'm not trying to superiority complex or anything like that. I'm trying to give you honest feedback so that you can improve your craft of writing. I come bearing gifts this time too. So for every book I review, whether, before I even give a rating or anything like that, you will receive a virtual sticker. That'll be my email to you when I start reading your book. I'll say, hey, I started reading your book. Here's my review tag or badge. Basically, it's a virtual sticker. It's a JPEG or a PNG. It's got a transparent background, and the idea is you can do whatever you want with it. It's free. It comes with the review. You can put it on your cover, social media, your computer background, print it out and throw darts at it. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. You don't have to do anything with it if you don't want to, but it's just a little tag to show you and others that your book has been reviewed by my channel. If you like it, and you can use it for promotion or advertising or whatever you want to use it for, please feel free. It's my gift for you for asking me to review your book. You get a little something. If your book earns 5 out of 5 stars, I will send you my hopefully coveted tremendous badge, basically the 5 out of 5 sticker that you see right down there. This one's also, it's a JPEG or a PNG, and you can put it on your book, you can put it on your social media, website, use it for advertising or promotional purposes, whatever you want to do, or again, print it out, throw darts at it, completely up to you. Also, if your story is a 5 out of 5, I will put your cover of that book on my screen as my background used during all my outros. Your book cover will become a permanent feature in my videos. However, that all being said, if for any reason you want me to remove it, I totally will. All you have to do is send me an email and say, hey, take my book off of your outro. Thank you very much. Use as few swears as possible. I'm delicate. Here's kind of a bigger change. Reviews are no longer exclusively free. There's 3 different options that you can choose from when submitting your book to me for a review. Option 1 is free. You send me your book, I add it to my free queue, and I get to it when I get to it. I'm sorry, there's no time frame about when I'm going to be able to review your book because all paid books will be reviewed first. However, I will get to the free book if I have no paid options that I have to get to at the time, and they get put on the list first come first serve. So if you get one in and I don't have any paid options, I'll jump on your free book, send you the badge, send you an email that I've started it, and we'll go from there. Option 2 is $25. You get added to my paid queue. $25 books will be reviewed before any free books are done. It should only take me 2 to 3 weeks review. This could fluctuate due to my schedule, book length, real life situations. I'm sorry if COVID-2 shows up, it might fluctuate some stuff. However, if I have not sent you my badge and sent you an email saying that I'm starting your review, if you get to me before that and ask for a refund, I happily will. I will not send your book back if you send me a hard copy or anything like that. I'm sorry, there's no returns. I'm just not going to deal with postage and all that stuff. However, if I will return your money if you choose a paid option and I have not started reading your book yet. Option 3 is $100 and you get added to the top of the paid list. So basically, you pay to cut the line. If other $100 paid books are already on the list, you get added to the bottom of the $100 list. All option 3 books will be reviewed prior to any $25 or free books. It's just the way it is. You pay, you get to expedite your review. It's just that simple. It's not mandatory. It's just a line jumping thing type of thing. If there are other $100 options already on my list, I will let you know that at the time I receive your payment and say your number XYZ in queue. If you decide that that's not okay, you don't want to wait, just let me know. I'll refund your money right away. Not a problem whatsoever. I want to be crystal clear about the submission options 1, 2, and 3. No matter which option you choose, there will be no difference in the quality, the rating, or the treatment your book review gets. The free option gets the same kind of review that the $100 option or the $25 option gets. The monetary option is for expedience only, nothing more. If you get a 5 out of 5 star rating and it's a free book or a $100 book or a $25 book, you still get the 5 out of 5 star badge. You still get the reviewed badge. You still get the full YouTube workup video on your story. Nothing changes. The only thing the money does is lets you jump the line. It's an expedience option. That's it. Also, I don't guarantee a positive review. I don't guarantee a negative review. All I guarantee is a review. You will get a full YouTube video dedicated to your book going into detail on why I have my opinion of your story. That's it. So if you think this is some sort of guaranteed 5-star or I'm going to get a badge or something like that, nope. It's not the case. Please don't submit your book because that's not how this is going to work out. I will not promise you what kind of review you get. I will not take my review down once it's up, even if you disagree with it. The only exception to that is if after I've done my review, you go back and you do some revisions to your story. Not mandatory, but if you do and you resubmit your book, I will replace your video with the updated book. Whether that review is going to be better and worse than the original, I don't know. Like I said, there's no guarantee, but I want to be very clear on exactly what you're getting and exactly what the difference is between the options. Like I said before, I'm not going to bash your story unnecessarily. If a character is bad, a character is bad. If a plot device is bad, a plot device is bad. If there's terrible editing, I'm going to point that out. Prepare yourself. There's a very good chance I'm going to say something negative about your story. Every story has failings, mine included. You just have to be ready for that. I'm also going to praise the book where it's good. If there's a great character, great plot twist, great environment, great editing, great formatting, wonderful cover, I will harp on that as well. I never hold back on praise. I won't bash your story necessarily. Again, I'm not trying to do some sort of superiority complex. I'm trying to give you an honest review. Simple as that. So why would you want a tremendous book review? Why, it's not going on Amazon, it's not going on Goodreads. Why do you want this? Well, The YouTube video is yours to do with as you wish. If it's a positive review, or you can take a clip or two of me saying something positive to it and you want to share it on social media, use it for advertisement or promotional purposes or anything like that, it's all you. I'm not going to come after you about that. I'm not going to do anything else. You start slandering my channel or something like that because you don't like it, you chop up the video or whatever to do that stuff. Okay, sure. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, fine. The video is yours to do with as you wish. I don't care. And honestly, how many books out there can say that there's a full video workup on their book, especially when the review, especially if it's a positive one or it's even of an average? You know, it can really be used well with a little imagination, time, and for your newsletter, for your own YouTube channel. Even I think you can put a link to it on like your Amazon or any other website that you might put it on. So it's a full workup on your book, and it would definitely be, especially in this day and age, something that readers might be interested in order to decide whether or not they want to give your book a shot. If you're watching this, though, I believe you're a lot like me when it comes to being an author. You're looking for honest, unbiased feedback. I mean, yes, our friends and family are going to be biased. As much as they might say, oh, I'm going to tell you the truth, they're still biased. They're still biased. It comes, do I look fat in this dress? 99.99 repeating times out of 10, out of 100 anyway, people are going to say, no, you look great, even if it's, a pig with lipstick. I'm sorry. I'm unbiased. I don't know you. I don't need to know you. It probably helps that I don't know you. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about your story. And I know I personally crave that for my books. It helps me improve my craft, improve my writing, improve my stories. And it also helps me banish that imposter syndrome I feel every time I sit down to write something. You all know what I'm talking about. You might not have the same label for it, but the writer's block, all that is, so we sit down and go, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, maybe my review would be able to help you go focus on some things that are maybe you're a little weak on, and help you improve your craft of writing. Like I said, even if I give it a negative view, it's not coming from a bad place. It comes from a good place. I'm not trying to discourage you. I don't want you to stop writing. I don't want you to stop doing it. Even if it's a 1-star, I'm just trying to point out what I believe, my opinion, are of the weaknesses in your story so you can look at them and maybe take steps to change them and make them into strengths. My intent is to help self-published authors. That's why I only do self-published works for the most part. I will, like I said, I'll consider others. Also, if I can help fix some of the weaker stories by pointing out the issues and turn them into tremendous, that would be great. And if occasionally I get a wonderful 5-star book out there and I can draw some attention to it or help through my video, the advertisement and promotion of that, where the author posts it and it helps get that story into more people's hands, then I consider this channel a success. And what more could I possibly hope for, right? So if you're interested after all this, if you have to submit your book to me using, even if you use a free option, you still have to send me a book. I have a P.O. box. The address is right there. It can be a ebook, paperback, or hardcover. If it's a paperback or a hardcover, obviously use the P.O. box. If it's an ebook, you can send a gift code or a link or something like that to my email right there, blackshademachine@gmail.com. Check it every day, so just feel free to send it in, and I'll throw it on whatever list, depending on the option that you choose. If you want to use one of the paid options, not mandatory, it's just an expediting thing, you must still provide me a copy of your book using the instructions above, and then submit your payment to either my PayPal or Cash App, both of which are right there, and it'll be on my YouTube channel so that you can be able to find it really easy. If you're going to choose option 2 or 3, when you submit your payment to my PayPal or Cash App, please ensure you include the title of your book, especially if you have a pen name or something like that, or you're using somebody else's account to send the money. Please don't commit any kind of fraud. Please make sure that I know which book this payment is for. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to refund it and ask you to resubmit with the title of your book in there. After you submit your book to me, though, no matter what option you choose, 1, 2, or 3, please send me an email to blackshademachine@gmail.com and let me know which option you chose and which what your book title is. Just, I know it's redundant, especially if you chose option 2 or 3, but especially if you chose the free one, just make sure you let me know, hey, I submitted this book, I chose option 1, 2, or 3. Payment was sent, if it was option 2 or 3, your payment was sent to here or there, and I'm sending you a paperback or a hardcover, so I know to look for it when it shows up in the in my PO box, or I know to check my email and make sure that I get the link to it or whatever, so I can start your ebook and get it on my list so that it can get in the queue. Sooner you let me know about it, sooner I can put it in my queue, sooner it gets reviewed. Also, I'll need your email address in order to send you the reviewed badge, the one on the left there. And if you earn it, the 5 out of 5 star badge. So if I don't have your email, I can't send any of that to you. Relax, I'm not putting you on an email list. I'm not selling your email information or anything like that. It's all integrity. I'm just trying to get that information so that I can go ahead and set all that up, make sure you get on the right queue, in the right order, and get your reviewed badge as soon as I start reading your book. Please feel free to reach out, send me an email, ask me any questions, any validations, any inquiries you have. I'm pretty approachable. You're not going to say anything that's going to hurt my feelings. Please reach out. Let me know what's on your mind, what you think. And we'll happily have a discussion. But after all this, I hope you'll consider it. And if you choose me to review your book, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.